A lot of you guys know that I've been using the Sony 16-35G Master for quite a while, and it's a really fantastic lens. I love it to bits. But Tamron have just brought out this new 17-28mm 2.8, which I'm filming on now, and so far it's really impressive. But today we're going to go take it out, do some landscape photography with it, and I'm going to do a whole lot of videos. So this whole thing is going to be filmed on the 17-28. My first impressions, it's much lighter and much smaller than the 16-35G Master. It does feel plasticky, not in a bad way, like the G Master's definitely built better, but this still feels like it's quality made. It just has more plastic than metal in it. So I've been driving around all this morning trying to find something different to photograph. With so many cool West Coast beaches that I do reviews at and stuff like that, and just a little bit sick of it. I want to do something that I haven't done in a while at least. So we've come out to this awesome dam here. I'm going to get a couple of photos with the 17-28 and just see what we can come up with. It seems that it's always been a struggle to get a really good quality wide-angle lens for a decent price, at least from my experience shooting on Nikon for a good 7-8 years and then moving to Sony. It's been really hard to find a affordable wide-angle zoom that is of good quality and is fast, like 2.8. So when the Tamron 17-28 came out, needless to say I was pretty excited about it. I got my hands on it yesterday, and my first impressions are it's going to be a killer lens, especially for the price. Now all we have to worry about is how it performs for photo and video. So all of this video is going to be filmed with the 17-28. It does trick me a little bit having the zoom ring at the front versus the back. I think all other Sony lenses are the opposite. In fact, I think most other lenses are like that, so I don't know why they do that. The video focus seems to perform really well. It snaps on really quickly. It's been a common theme with these Tamron lenses ever since the 28-75 came out. And, you know, it had issues at the very start because of firmware. After they fixed that, the focus was pretty much flawless. And I'm seeing the same with the 17-28. It just focuses where I want it to. It works just as any native Sony lens, which is the main thing, and I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, let's move on. For those of you that aren't from New Zealand, it's now coming into winter. Not quite the middle of winter yet, but everything's pretty much dead. As you can see, all the autumn colours are gone. And of course, it's usually cloudy all the time. All this video is handheld. I'm just using the Gorilla Pod when I'm filming myself. But otherwise, it's all handheld. So far, it seems really nice, really stable, good focus, sharp, great for video. The photos in the back of the camera seem really nice. I haven't had a look yet. So this is going to be a two-part video. We're breaking it up because the weather's supposed to clear a little bit later, and we're going to go out and do some landscape photography with it at the beach with my mate Ethan. So keep an eye out for that, but I'm going to upload this version today, and then probably by tonight you'll have the version of the landscape shots. So it's just starting to rain now, so we better head back to the car, even though this lens is weather sealed, which is great. So that's it for part one. So far the lens is doing really good. In about 2 hours we're heading off to the beach to go and do some landscape photography. Hopefully get some really nice dramatic shots. There's some nice clouds around. So you can expect another upload by the end of tonight with part two. You guys have seen this beach before on other videos, but we're gonna go and climb up the rocks. It looks like we might actually have a good sunset this time.
Yeah, it was looking shit earlier. Wow.
It was. Yeah, it looks like we might get a good sunset, so we'll go over the rocks that I kept meaning to go to every time I got rained off here. So we just got around the corner, and it looks like it definitely is going to be pretty mean light out on the hill. It's like a backpack advertisement.
I've never been on this side.
Really?
I always go that way.
I keep forgetting
So
I have the
cool.
zoom on this thing because I'm using the 24th so long.
It's pretty cool. Cool. Oof. It's magic.
It's light. So we're at Keri at the moment and we're just climbing up these rocks. There's Keri behind us. Epic place. But just over this ridge you can see the other side of Piha, or the Gap. Really cool place here. But it's a little bit prickly. Here we go. And that light. It's a lot calmer than it usually is too, but check this view out.
Look.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Cool, there's a cave
It just
there,
keeps going. Oh my god! What is that thing?
I don't know.
That rock thing's just like
it's like in between.
Trying to fall.
Yeah, you can't. Like, I don't think you can get there unless it's like a really super low tide. If it's low enough, and there's these crazy caves and shit. And look at the water; it's clear as. Ethan's never seen this view before. You go out further and you can see in the cave. Shit. Welcome to New Zealand. The wind's coming from that way, crap is coming from this way. Doesn't make any sense. This is about what, 10 minutes? 10 minutes after those good sunset scenes I was showing you guys. Never mind. So the weather turned to absolute crap again, as always, every time I go to that beach. But I managed to get a bunch of photos that I'm really happy with. All of the raw files are going to be uploaded for you guys to play with. Overall, I have to say I'm really happy with the 17-28. I think I'm definitely going to pick it up as soon as I can get my own copy. It's just a really fantastic lens. So it's really lightweight, it's really small, it's an amazing vlogging lens for YouTube. So this is going to be my main YouTube lens. If you have a look at the raw files that I uploaded for you guys, you'll notice that in the extreme corners, right on the outside edges, it does fade off a little bit in terms of sharpness, but it's really pretty good. I think the 16-35G Master is definitely going to be better on that far outside edge. I'm talking extreme corners here, but you know, in the middle towards the outsides, it's really sharp. At 2.8, it's tack sharp in the middle of the frame. But download the raw files and have a play with them. I've got a whole range there at different apertures and different focal lengths that you can play with. I think you'll be really surprised with the files because they're actually really good. Talking about build quality, it feels almost identical to the 28-75, so if you've had to go with that lens, don't be surprised. It feels a little bit plasticky, but it feels like a good quality plastic. It doesn't feel really cheaply made. If you have a look at the lens next to my lacy hard drive here, this is just the small 2TB one, and as you can see, it's actually taller than the lens, so that just gives you a good idea of how small this lens is. It does have the weather sealing gasket on the back of the lens, which is really nice to see. Another thing I really like about the lens is that it's all internal zooming, so it doesn't get longer or shorter when you zoom in and out. It does move inside the barrel, but if you put a UV filter over that, which I would suggest doing, just so you're not sucking up anything in that gap there. The other thing I really like, personally, it's probably not going to apply to a whole lot of people, but it has a 67mm filter thread, which is the same as my 24mm G Master, so all the ND filters and circular polarizers that I have will still work with this one, which is great. The video focus works really well. I'm really happy with it. Same with the photo focus. So overall, for the price, I'm going to say I highly recommend it. It's a really great lens, and I think most of you guys are going to really love it. So have a look at the raw files, download them for yourself, comment below, let me know what your opinion is on the files. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.